Hello, and welcome to this review of the Besotted Scots historical romance book series by Anna Bradley. I'm Olivia, your favorite resource for book recommendations you can easily screenshot. You're watching Random Olive Reads. First up is The Wayward Bride. We get a double romance here in this book. Isla is betrothed to Lord Sidney, even though she's still pining over Hugh, the stuffy Marquess who rejected her after she was involved in some scandal. During a massive snowstorm, Isla ends up stuck at Hugh's estate, and they finally talk out the reasons why their courtship didn't work out. Meanwhile, Sydney gets into a carriage accident during that same snowstorm and is rescued by Lucas, a local farmer. Sydney and Lucas get their own secondary romance here, despite their differences in social station. It was interesting to see how these four kind of work out how to be with the person they actually love. To Wed a Wild Scot is book 2 of the series. Lady Juliana needs a husband quickly to retain custody of her niece. She decides to go and find her childhood friend and neighbor Fitzwilliam in Scotland after he has neglected to return any of her letters. It turns out his younger twin brother Logan has been intercepting the letters so that Fitzwilliam will stay in Scotland and take care of the tenants there. Unfortunately for Juliana, it turns out Fitz is engaged to someone else and can't marry her after all. In a show of strength and wit, she turns around and demands that Logan marry her instead. We get to see these two bicker and argue and reluctantly fall in love with each other despite the circumstances of their match. This one had a lot of drama involving Juliana's ill father, the care of her niece, and a dastardly villain. For the Sake of a Scottish Rake is book 3 of the series. Lucy and Kieran meet on the beach at Brighton when he attempts to rescue her from the sea, even though she's perfectly well and merely out for a swim. Over the next few weeks, they run into each other pretty frequently and then form a friendship. When Lucy suddenly leaves town without a word, Kieran believes she's gone to London for the season, so he goes to find her there. We slowly find out that her dastardly uncle and guardian is plotting to marry her off to a pretty gross old lord that he owes a lot of gambling debt to. So she needs protection more than ever. Lucy and Kieran embark on a fake courtship to throw off this other suitor and then start to deal with their very real feelings for each other. There's a lot more drama to this story, with Lucy being the daughter of a mad earl and Kieran being resentful of having to move to England after some scandal in Scotland. But we also get some fluff here with some bonus side romances featuring Lucy's cousin and a new friend and their suitors. So this series follows pretty closely after the events of the Somerset Sisters series, which is directly before this one, picking up with Isla's engagement to Lord Sidney. After that, the other two books of the series read pretty well as standalones. I enjoyed all of the drama and chaos in all of these books, and this is definitely one of my favorites from this author. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you found a book or two to add to your TBR. Links to all of these books are in the description box. Like and subscribe to get updates, and you can follow me on Instagram at randomolive.